Alrighty, well I've been holding off doing this for a while, but I gotta do it at some point, so today I'm going to take a look at this cable management mess down here, and trying to get that sorted out. So that'll be what today's video is about. Just kind of go over what I'm going to do to manage this. It's not going to be easy because there's a lot of cables, and there will probably be more the more I set this desk up to how I like. But first steps first is taking care of what I have. Initially my thoughts are here. I want to strap them or somehow put them up on the bottom of the desk here. I think over the computer here is going to be okay. Just have them sit up there, at least most of them, since that'll be out of the way from my legs and stuff. That'll go right here. How I'm going to accomplish that, I think, is with this dollar. I got at a thrift store for $1. This is like a cooking rack. My idea was to basically to mount this rack to the top of the table, or to the bottom of the table, and hang it, was to take some of this paracord, dollar store paracord, and basically cut that into segments and then screw those so they hang down from the top or the bottom of the table, and then I can tie this off into the wire rack and create just kind of a hanging wire rack through that. So I don't know, we'll see how that works, but I wanted to give that a shot since that seems like it's pretty easy. I want to try to avoid as much as possible adding more stuff like this to the table, because I don't want these these brackets sitting up onto the tabletop, at least minimize them as much as possible. So gonna try to avoid these. And also, since these desks, I have a few of these desks, but they have this frame, the metal frame part, it sticks out only so much, like half an inch or so. So a lot of these clamps, they don't like sit perfectly well on those, and you have to put like a spacer or something. So I have this wood spacer here that I've covered in duct tape, but that sits here so this clamp gets a good grasp on the desk, and I want to, I guess, avoid that as much as possible because that is just a little annoying to mess with and get that centered. So if I can drill into the bottom and just have it there, more permanent solution too, then that's okay with me. So let's just see how that goes. Okay, well, admittedly, it doesn't look great up top. Maybe it looks a little better, but at least we got everything off the ground, and I think that's what counts the most. Anyway, I had some more stuff I want to work on top of the desk here, so we'll just add that in to this video here. Okay, well, the other thing I wanted to do today was add a second monitor on the top of this 34-inch ultra-wide. This is a nice ultra-wide. It's a good experience, but I definitely prefer the use of 2 monitors, and at least for the best way I can think about setting that up on this somewhat small desk is just to put one on top in that area up here. So I think that's the plan. I have this dual monitor mount here that I'll try to use and get that up there. Well, so I got this 24-inch monitor I have on top, just, something extra to look up at if I'm doing something or want something playing up there while I'm doing a game or something on the big screen. I didn't foresee this being an issue. I thought this new desk mount was going to be taller than it was, but it really wasn't, so I don't know. I'm using the old one still, and I'm just put the new arm on top, on the very top, and gone a little bit more height out of it to add the 24 on top. But, it's not great. Maybe this isn't the end game setup, and it's not, if you can see, it's not centered, so that's annoying. But, so I'll have to do my due diligence and research that a bit more. Probably just get one of those arms that's actually truly a double stack tall arm rather than trying to finagle a compression arm instead. Anyway, it'll do for now. Alrighty, well, last but not least for today, I've got this guy I was able to pick up. It's a bit of a bigger mouse pad than this one here. I wanted to cover the desk a little bit more, and I wanted to choose a light gray as well because I thought it would be more of a contrast with the items that I tend to show on here. A lot of them will be black, so I feel like a black mouse pad, even though it would probably look better with the setup, would make stuff blend in too much when you're looking at it, especially from the overhead camera. So got this for like 17 bucks on Amazon. It's supposed to be used like new condition, but you can see in the bottom there, it's real dusty, and it doesn't look too bad. There's like weird creases in it. So it's definitely in used condition, but it was 17 bucks, so I guess I can't complain too much. It was like half price. But anyway, set that up here, and we'll see how that looks. Well, hey, I think that looks okay. Definitely does not look as good as the black, but I think that'll work. It goes right up to the edge here and right up to the edge of the monitor mount there. So I think that'll do just fine. I wonder what it looks like from the overhead, but you guys will definitely see that in a future video when I have the overhead set up again. So not too shabby. Anyway, continuing to play with the desk setup until I kind of tune it to where I'd like it, but so far, so good. Definitely could be better. I don't like these gaps, and maybe I gotta just find a bigger mouse pad and spend the extra money though, but we shall see. Anyway, that about wraps it up for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.